done brought in. Okay, what's going on, you guys? Can y'all hear me? Okay,
Absolutely.
good. Okay, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Boys Night Out panel, and this is actually a new revamped cast. Now, if y'all don't know, Maddie, Jamar, and Scotty will no longer be on the show. It's us four now. So, welcome to a brand new. Let me stop before Scotty
Yeah.
called me and cuss me the hell out, bitch. What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing today?
Doing great. How you doing?
Good. Jeremy, if you're talking, you are muted. Uh, first of all, let me
I was
introduce
like, oh
y'all to the
shit, my bad.
panelists. Let me introduce y'all to the panel. So we got Beasley Stead. He has been a guest on here a few times in the previous season of Boys Night Out. We got your boy giving you the real tea. Okay, came in through for the clutch, and we got Jeremy Speaks TV, who is also on the Chasing panel, who is the breakout
Please,
star of that panel, and he
I
decided
am
to.
like, please, I am nobody's breakout star. I am
You
just
are
anybody
definitely the
else.
breakout. You're the breakout star, sir, of that panel.
I
So,
don't, I don't know what you're talking about.
okay.
But I
Just
appreciate
take the compliment.
I appreciate the sentiment.
I got a nasty echo, y'all. If y'all can hear it, my apologies.
Yes, T got an echo, so he's only going to be talk. He's only going to unmute himself when he has something to say. Cause child, that echoing on people. I'm like, what the hell going on? BC, what you sipping on?
I am sipping on a little bit of vodka and champagne.
Hmm. Get you a friend that like the better things in life. Okay. Period. I got some vodka and some orange juice. I went to the liquor store to restack my bar today, so I was really on a budget. So instead of me getting, like Tito's, I got that sweetened vodka. What is it called? I think it's like Sky vodka or something like that. So,
Ooh, the
oh,
headache inducer.
okay, period. So, okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get started into the first segment. We're not going to be here all night. We all have things to do. Okay. And the first segment is going to be who catalog is it anyways? Now, if you don't know this game is, but not game, but this segment is where we go through our artists and their full catalog and we talk about our favorite albums and our least favorite albums. And this time we decided we have picked Brandy. Okay.
Ugh.
Mm.
All of Brandy.
Of course, y'all did.
Let's get into it. Okay. We're going to go around the panel and we're going to talk about our favorite album and our least favorite album. Okay. So, Beasley, I want you to go first. What is your favorite Brandon album and your least favorite Brandy album and why?
It's kind of a tie. Her first album is one of my favorites because it had so many like classic like '90s hits and some of the first bit of R&B that I ever listened to. But my number one album from her is Full Moon because Full Moon is my favorite song like of hers of all time. Then on top of that, like she had other hits, and that's when she was like a grown ass woman. That was also the period where she was lying about her baby daddy or something like that. And I was just like, girl, you ain't married. But my least favorite album was whatever that Baby Mama song was on. I think it was like her last album. Like I just could not. I just
Oh,
couldn't do it, y'all.
B7?
Huh?
I think it's B7.
Whatever it was, Baby Mama.
Oh,
Like I hated it. Like I just absolutely hated it. Throw the whole album away. But I will say I still love you, girl.
T, you go next.
Again, apologies for the echo. So I'm gonna make this quick. My favorites. I gotta have two because it's only right. All right. My favorites is Never Say Never and Full Moon. My least two favorites, because I gotta have two, is gonna be B7 and Human. All right. And I ain't really rock with B7 or Human. And the gag is I really didn't rock with her first album, like talking about it either. But the worst was B7 and Human. My opinion.
Yeah, I think that Human, I feel like Human was a good song, like it was a good album, but I'm gonna have to actually say I honestly, yeah, Human would be one of the worst albums by her because I did like B7 and she had a couple good songs there, but of course, Full Moon is personally to me her best work, and then after that, it will be Aphrodisiac because I know a lot of people like what Aphrodisiac really influenced a lot of artists today, such as Rihanna and some of your faves. Jeremy, you go. What's your favorite, at least favorite album?
Not him in the bed.
I'm sorry. I have not listened to a lot. I don't have a. I don't. If I was at home, if this was playing, I would have a setup. But like Scotty caught me while I was traveling, so this is the best I could do. I was trying to get it working in there. It wasn't giving what it needed to be gave.
I
But
saw. I was literally cracking up while the intro was playing. You sitting here adjusting your camera. It was giving a right challenge. Left, right, this way, up,
like
front, back.
how do you work this damn thing? But I've listened to her first, I would say 3 to 4 albums. So I've listened to Aphrodisiac, the Brandy album, Never Say Never, and Full Moon.
Hmm.
And to me, my favorite Brandy album is the self-titled album that she debuted with. That's my favorite. It has majority of the songs that I like, and then Never Say Never would probably be, a next runner up. Like the first album, she just has a certain funk and like Aretha Franklin esque type of vocal styling that she did not have on the other albums. It was way more
Hmm.
funkier to me. She was doing like a lot of, I know she was like emulated Whitney, but I felt like a lot of Aretha Franklin like runs, like the intonations up and downs and stuff like that. I felt that it was really like baby, 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 like best friend was
Love that
so
song.
jazz. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
what like y'all don't understand. Like that album was like my whole college year. That's crazy. I love the Brandy album. I think it tops all of the others, but that's just me.
I,
Everybody say I'm dumb.
it's not her best album to me, but I will say that that original version of Broken Hearted. I said you
I,
can hear you can tell she was
I
really in her Whitney Houston bag. Ooh yeah. I was like,
I
you better
do
hear it.
prefer, but I prefer the one. I prefer the feature with Wanye more than the original. I
Hmm.
think that one is better.
I like the original better. T, what you was about to say?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bitch, but I ain't saying her first album wasn't cool. It just I don't know. Whenever I want to listen to a Brandy album, her first one is never the go to. It's always either Never Say Never or Full Moon or Aphrodisiac from time to time.
That's
I
that's
give her that.
that's crazy T because I feel like oh I was like that's crazy because like I feel the best songs that she's released to me are some of the a big batch of the first. The ones that she's the most known by and the ones that y'all actually want to hear her sing are the ones mostly off the first and second album. That's when she's touring. Those are the songs that she's singing. Like nobody's listening. I'm not saying nobody's listening. Nobody's asking for deep cuts off of the Aphrodisiac album. They want to hear her sing "Best Friend." I want to be
Mm-hmm.
down.
Right.
Have you ever? Broken hearted, angel in disguise. All of those things.
Like
Definitely.
her first album to me made her Brandy. Like,
Yes.
especially with that 90s sound. Like it's just pure
Yes.
90s and it just takes me back to my childhood. Like I will forever love that album. And Full Moon just embodied her as a grown ass woman. Like those two albums just do it for me.
See,
Brandy and Full Moon.
I love the like the going to womanhood. Like, oh, I'm going through these things as a growing woman. And I'm talking about the Never Say Never album. We saw Brandy go from just a regular person, just a regular small child to a actually, younger grown woman. And
Yeah.
oh, I'm dealing with love. Oh, I like, have you ever hurt like this? I feel like I'm on top. We all feel like we on top of the what's that? On top of the world, like on that album, right?
Yeah,
You
on
know, I
top of
feel
the
like
world.
I feel like I'm on top of the world. We all feel invincible when we're like really young. Like I love to to see her grow mentally from that point. I just don't think that vocally, just me personally, I don't think that Full Moon is what I'm looking for out of, what Brandy's doing. But I'm not a huge Brandy fan like that, to be
Mm.
honest. But I
That is a
do love
very
her music.
that's a very interesting opinion. I mean, I feel like that Full Moon is one of her best vocally because it really showcased her vocals from all eras. You know what I'm saying? Areas. So that's a different opinion.
Yeah, just me personally, it's just what I like. It's not saying that she did not do that, but it's not something I really like to listen to that often. But I'm
Hmm.
different. I like funkier shit. I'm not very too big on the whole hip hop. Brandy when she got with whatchamacallit, what's his name, Dark Child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't here from the Brandy Dark Child. I don't like their music collabs.
Mm.
I did not like.
Hmm.
I didn't. I did not. I didn't at all. I've tried to listen to the Full Moon album over and over again. I just cannot get into it. I like the Aphrodisiac album better than I like Full Moon.
I mean, hell, if it ain't your tea, it ain't your tea. That's ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I feel like that. I mean, her first album was, I mean, one of my least favorites. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't really she. I guess she was still trying to find her sound, and I think, like you said, she was trying to follow some of her favorite divas, such as Whitney and Mariah Carey and all them.
I'm a stop because I know how the gays are about Brandy,
I mean,
but
but you are definitely welcome to state your opinion. Nobody's gonna bash you for it. You know, it is what it
okay.
is.
I just like I like usually usually I'm on my own platform, but the I don't think that Brandy's that great of a vocalist. Me personally, I'm just gonna be
What?
Who's a
I'm
better
I'm gonna be
vocalist
honest.
than
I
Brandy?
really don't know what it is that everybody.
I don't think she's a vocal Bible, but
Thank
she's a
you. Me
good
either.
vocalist. But she's a good vocalist. But vocal
It's an
Bible,
echo.
hell no.
Mm-mm.
Like I don't like when people talk about Brandy's music and her voice. Like when you turn on like the tape, you think that you about to hear something like in the realm of Aretha Franklin, Shaka
Mariah
Khan,
Carey.
Whitney
Yeah.
Yeah.
Houston, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Celine Dion, all of these people. And then when you hear her, it's not giving that. It's giving runs, but I was like, I was like, she's not the first to do a lot of runs anyway. I was like, I don't. And I was like,
Yeah.
a lot of the girls who are, citing Brandy as their vocal inspiration. A lot of them can't sing that well. Not saying the majority. We know Jasmine Sullivan can sing. We know some of the ones, but majority of the girls are citing her really as the main vocalist of their inspiration. They're not very strong singers. They're runners and they are like they're soft singers. It's a lot of oohs and ahs.
I think the problem with Brandy's voice to me is that it could be a little sandpapery. Like it could be a
It's a little
little like
weak to me.
it needs lubrication. Like it's just very dry.
So Monica
Like
has
to
a
me.
stronger voice.
Well,
No.
I think that back in the '90s, Monica definitely had a stronger voice. I think Monica's voice didn't age well, but Brandy's gotten stronger over time. But the thing about it is, Brandy's voice has gotten stronger, but Brandy's catalog doesn't really display a very strong voice, nor does she really use her voice in like a very strong way. That's not her thing. She's not a powerhouse.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree.
But like but she shows you that she can do things with her voice. Like I used to always watch her Instagrams, like little reels that she used to do like years ago, and like she will be able to sing all types of stuff, but she doesn't do that on her albums. Like I saw her cover like a Celine Dion song, like the beginning part of it. I think it was that song with her and Donna Summer, a Barbara
Mhm.
Streisand song, and she sounded amazing. But when you listen to her albums, then it's not giving that. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Us Beyonce fans don't really have to worry about that type of stuff. But
I'm a huge Beyonce fan, so I wish you was here on the Beyonce discussion we had
let me
about
tell
that
let
baby
me tell you
shower.
something. Like big burly vocal B. It's been like every era Beyonce's voice has gotten better and better, but it was not even bad even in the beginning. Like she was another girl who did a lot of them damn runs, but I guess nobody remembers that.
Of
It's just Brandy
course, that
the
song
vocal Bible.
"Killing Time" and all them songs. Of course, yeah, I remember.
But like I when people say vocal Bible, I think about Beyonce because the way Beyonce lays the way she can orchestrate these intricate runs that people still can't do. The way she could do almost anything with her voice, she just honed it to a point where you're like, I remember watching her perform Jumpin' when she was in Destiny's Child, and then after at the Beyonce experience, when she was like, it's 11:30 because it's 11:30. Like she was just blowing them E5s and E6s with ease. The Beyonce from the 1996, no video couldn't do that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that.
Who gave Brandy that title? Like that's the real
The
question.
vocal Bible.
I don't know. I'm
Yes.
still trying to figure that out.
Like was it Michael Jackson?
Let me
Was it
research. Let's
was it
look
one
it
of, was it
up.
one of the Jacksons?
Why is Brandy called the vocal Bible?
They say because of her runs, but I just think that her run, like even
She has
Janet
a
Jackson,
phenomenal tone.
but even Janet Jackson did a lot of layering in her vocals. Like Janet Jackson is known for background vocals.
Layering.
Layering, yeah, she layered a lot of her vocals.
Layering.
Yeah, you haven't listened to her acapellas of her songs. Like just listen to the "I Get So Lonely," like that acapella. Okay, what y'all
Whisper.
hear?
Whisper, whisper.
Janet Jackson.
Okay, can you get more? Can you get more ice? Well, not more ice. I want to make more of that drink. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
This is a professional setting.
And
I'm
who you
sorry.
on vacation? Who you on vacation with, Jeremy?
One of my best friends. I'm out here visiting.
Okay. Where
I've been
you at in Houston?
No, I'm in DC.
Oh, I love DC. DC
So
is
I love DC too. It's black as hell up out
All,
here.
all, all the black gays love DC.
It's this. Oh my God! It's this. Are y'all
I
going to
bet you
that?
love DC Beastly, don't you?
I haven't been to DC since middle school.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move along. So the next subject that we're going to talk about is the Let me see. Okay, so we're going to talk about who is the hero, villain, or civilian out the group. Okay, so these next three people that we're going to put up here, they have to either be the villain, hero, or civilian. And here we go.
Oh,
And I think Jamar picked this group, and I don't know why he picked it because I was like, "What the hell? What J Lo got?" Oh, duh! I get it because Ashanti sung a lot of J Lo songs, and then J Lo credited as her own.
yeah,
So,
she definitely the villain.
J-Lo's the villain.
J-Lo is a terrible person from what the girls say.
Oh yeah, her attitude was nasty back in the day.
It's still
Ashanti
nasty.
is the hero.
Remember that song "I'm Real" with J. Rule? It was actually Ashanti that sang the vocals, and they took her vocals and put it on Jennifer.
Do y'all know that that she stole Shantae Moore's song too?
Yes.
Well, actually, Shantae Moore's vocals were in one of her songs actually, too.
Yes,
and
but
so was Christina Milian.
But what's called the introductory song, like her breakout single, the one that really made her famous was actually a Shantae Moore song, but Diddy wanted it because he was with her at the time. And
was
he
it
told
if you had my love?
Yes, that was like if you go to I forget what's the name of the Shantae Moore album, but it's called like If I Gave Love. And they're very similar songs. So what Dark Child did, he created a version of the song for Diddy, and then like tweaked it and perfected it, and gave basically the trashier version to Shantae Moore.
Mm, I didn't know that.
The
Yeah.
music industry is so shitty. Like,
Oh
all
yeah,
they
it's the
do is
same.
just throw out songs. Just throw out songs. Who can sing it the best? Who's gonna give us the biggest return? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's on the same album as the Shantae Got a Man song.
Key, what you think?
I agree. J Ho and her coochie is the villain. Point blank. Period. Now who? Now I love Ashanti, so Ashanti gonna be the hero, and we just gonna make Nelly and his little dick the civilian. That's where I go with.
Aww.
Do y'all
No
think
shade, Nelly. I like Nelly.
do y'all think that Ashanti was ruined? Let me stop trolling.
Yes, she was. Yes,
Because
yes. She got sabotaged by Irv Gotti. Yes.
Yeah,
that was a unfortunate situation, right?
yeah, it
Poor
was.
Ashanti. I just feel so bad for her.
I mean, but like at the end of the day, she ended up becoming almost like a national treasure. We all have a special place in our heart for Ashanti. Ashanti was on top of the world for a while.
Hmm.
But not everything
Before
lasts always.
Beyonce.
Not everybody can be Beyonce.
Right. Exactly. So okay, that's that. So let's move along. Let's move on to the movie of the week. And the movie of the week is going to be Carmen, I'm sorry, a hip hop
That
hooker.
was my shit. What do y'all know about that? That was my shit. Point blank, period. I love this movie. That used to be my jam back in the day.
I
Period.
didn't like it because Beyonce died.
Me
I
neither.
liked it.
That
I
hurt my
liked it as a
feelings.
kid before I knew what good acting was.
Excuse me?
Beyonce
Are
is
you?
not a good actor, Jeremy.
Beyonce is a good actor. A lot of people
No,
just
she's
disaster.
not.
Well, I ain't
She
gonna
did.
lie. She wasn't the best in this. It
She
won't bad.
shit like her, like the character is very reminiscent of the Carmen character from the movie. Like they like I don't really think it involved like a lot of like a hard acting to do. It wasn't like an emotional role. It was like a hip opera of Carmen. That Dorothy Dandridge did. And she was like kooky in that too. She wasn't acting. She wasn't like no dramatic actress in it.
Listen, I love Beyonce down, but she can't act for shit. And I think
So
the
for the
reason
I know
why
these names. I am
she
completely
the
trolling.
reason why she can't do it is because she's just too fucking perfect. Like she's made this image of just being perfect straight out the fucking gate. So she just can't do it. She can't emote. She can't convey real emotion to save her life. I love her to pieces, but acting is just not her lane, and neither is fashion.
I'm
So
on your side. I'm
Acting.
on your side because I couldn't take her seriously and obsessed.
Me,
So I am on your side. I couldn't do it.
that should have been Taraji P. Henson's role. I'm sorry.
I was just watching that movie not too long ago, and I was like, "Oh, B, oh
But
my god!"
because of her,
You
it
let this
allowed
woman in
all of
my
these
home?
other versions of Obsessed to be made. So y'all are welcome.
You mean better
Obsessed.
versions of women that can actually act and they act
I
her
mean,
interventions?
regardless if they better or not, she created the formula basically.
No, she created the format for Tubi movies.
Ooh, Beastly, you are. This is my first time ever meeting him. You hurted me with this Beyonce dragon.
Now I'm her biggest fan, but I'm a realist. Like I'm just real. I gotta keep this
I
shit
don't think
real.
I don't think that she's that bad of an act. I think that she did good as Gina Jones. I loved her in Dreamgirls. I loved her in
She is
Cadillac Records.
horrendous.
You hated her in Dreamgirls?
I didn't even finish it.
You are literally insane. You are literally insane.
I'm the one black
We
person that
all
has never
now who
finished
you calling
Dreamgirls.
coming yourself indulgent, self-absorbing, look, I don't know what you talking
Who?
about. See, you don't know what I'm talking about because you didn't finish.
I sure don't.
But that's like a Black House staple. We all know. We all supposed supposed to know when to like, when Effie comes in and say, Cece, what's going on? And if that beat drops, we all supposed to start singing the parts, and you don't even know the parts.
It's
it's
given
giving
I'm black like this, not like
that, yeah,
this.
black like this.
No. When I saw the movie, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a movie in years, like since I was younger. So I don't remember too much about the movies. All I remember was Beyonce died and the person gave her the cards to death.
She died.
So
Oh, Carmen.
yeah.
I
That's
about to say
it.
she. I about to say she died in Dreamgirls.
No, not Dreamgirls. I was just talking about the Carmen movie. So we can move along. So the next thing we're gonna go ahead and get into is what's the tea. Okay. And we got a couple hot topics to talk about. So Nicki Minaj she did a
Ugh.
magazine cover. What?
go, go on.
Nicki Minaj did she covered Vogue, and she kind of just discussed some of the issues that she's been having, as far as how she became addicted to Percocet. So, she was just explaining the
Really?
situation, and she also talked about a couple things as far as she just talked about a lot of different stuff. Do y'all have any comments about that? Like, she says that she regrets plastic surgery after looking back at her old pictures,
Whew.
and she just said a lot in her Vogue interview.
Um, uh, well, me personally, I'm just gonna say I grew up on Nicki. I have like a special place in my heart for her as an artist, but her as a person, can we cuss?
She ain't
Yeah,
shit.
you can cuss on here.
Yeah, she's really a piece of shit. But I'm happy that she's finally coming to grips with the fact that,
That she ain't shit.
not, but she didn't say that, but I'm saying like, the fact on what she, wished that she would have changed and what she wishes she could have done better. And the fact that she's really putting out the message about plastic surgery and wishing that she didn't go overboard on that really does, I hope, make a big difference, because honestly, Nicki Minaj is the reason we have all of these lopsided asses out here. After Nicki Minaj came out, I could have swore I was like, bitches was ordering BBLs off of Tubi, like the
Two for
next
one.
day. I was like, what is going on? I was like, do everybody have, fix a flat ass? So at the end of the day, I'm just happy about that. And the fact that we can kind of see growth, although she's still a piece of shit online.
Mm. My. I was just happy that she was able to open up about certain stuff, because I mean Nikki has been looking kind of crazy in the streets as of lately. So I was happy that she was able to open up in that way.
So she talked about Percocets, but did she talk about cocaine? Like, did she talk about mixing pills with
Now look,
potions?
now look, the
Like,
last
like
bitch who
did,
said that she did that got sued for 75,000.
I
So
mean, the
yeah.
proof is in the pudding.
And is it because
Listen,
there's some truth into it? Is that why they got sued?
No, but I got sued because there wasn't no truth into. Well, no truth that could be proven. So maybe we should, put an allegedly on here.
Let's just say yes. Let's say allegedly.
hard white. That wasn't proof. Hard white. But anyways, like I come at this girl because she full of shit. However, I am a fan of her music. I was a day one fan of her coming out, even though I was a big Lil Kim fan, but Lil Kim kind of just couldn't keep up for some reason, the lack of ghostwriters and all that. But I will say that, like, Nicki Minaj, like, I be wanting to support her, and I be wanting to be there with her. I like her aesthetic. I think she's fucking gorgeous. She's immensely talented. She's a total package. But her personality just ain't shit. It just ain't
Mm.
shit, and it's never going to be. She's old as Methuselah, so she ain't
Oh
changing.
my god!
She ain't changing. It's time for her to fucking retire. This
Wow.
needs to be her last album. Like, I'm just over it.
I
Like,
was
you're
not
holding these
expecting
girls
this.
back. Like, I'm just gotta keep it real. Like, and I'm saying it with my whole chest.
Yes, you are.
It's hard for me because, like, I respect artists that are, like, immensely talented just like her, but when you prove time and time again that you ain't shit and that you're childish and you act like you're 22 years old.
Oh my
Girl, you're damn near 50 arguing with 20-year-old women that are supposed to replace you, that you won't let replace you.
drag her.
Like I'm sorry. Like this last album, this needs to be it. Like I'm sick of this shit.
This is crazy. Like you literally like an R&B singer, and I was not expecting you to come on this bitch swinging like this. Like this is insane. I
Looking
was
to
not
be
expecting
deceiving.
that. Your mouth
Well,
is
hey,
lethal.
I'm sorry, Scotty, in advance.
No, look,
Listen,
you can cuss on here. You can say whatever you want to say.
I love
No.
it. Go ahead, sis. Bro, whatever you know, whatever you. I just be saying. I don't say sis that's derogatory. It just means like, bruh.
Hey,
Child.
I'm your Brista, your brother sister.
Listen. Period.
T, you got any thoughts before we move on?
I don't fool with Knit Nat Patty Whack or that husband of hers, child. I don't fool with neither one of them. But I am glad that she did drop some nuggets for the little young girls out here. I appreciate that. But other than that, fuck her. You can move on.
In that case, let's move on. So,
So
the next topic we're going to talk about is BravoCon that actually went down. Okay, and Ms. Lisa from Leslie, whatever her name is, from Dubai, threw shade at Sheree at the BravoCon. Now, have y'all been watching like the clips and stuff on BravoCon about BravoCon?
no,
Yeah.
No,
You
why
have
not?
not? Wait, who said no?
me, because both of them are tired and through. Both of them.
Why you now busy? Why you said that? Why
No,
you Sheree tied and through? But why
Lisa,
you call Lisa
Lisa, you have
Leslie?
no leg to stand on. It is up in the air if they're even bringing Dubai back. Dubai was boring as shit.
Oh
So
my
therefore,
god.
like you're shading somebody that actually has a leg to stand on, well, half of a leg, because Sheree has proven time and time again that she is not worth a damn when it comes to getting a Bravo check. Sheree gives nothing. But Lisa, girl, you just got in this ship and you already sinking. Like so, like what gives, Lisa? Dubai is about to fly.
Mm. Well let's actually hear some of the let's hear some of the audio because they did a Housewives of Dubai and like they did like a mashup of all of the housewives and Andy asks who's somebody asks who's likely to have a fake designer does in their closet and
Both
baby
of
this
them.
was all the shade getting thrown here. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
Y'all know I don't do live at all.
You don't?
He asked me to host this live. I'm like, okay, here I am.
You're doing good.
Thanks. But hold on. And I don't want it to get copywritten. So let me see if I can just do
Excuse
this.
me.
Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Oh, okay. Uh
$10,000 Alexander McQueen, honey. I'll tell you never, why. Never, honey. Oh. Never. Never. Oh.
Sheree, who made this dress?
Alexander McQueen.
Yeah.
Oh, honey. But okay. Andy, Alexander McQueen or Alexander Sheen?
Okay. 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 I have to say, I gotta say, this is now, we are 2 for 2 at the reading room.
okay, so after that, Sheree went on to Twitter and she kind of threw some shade herself and she said obviously she doesn't know the real from the fake. Next, she tried it. Who gonna check me, boo? And this is what she posted on there. So, did y'all have any thoughts about this whole messy situation?
Well,
Child, who hasn't read She Better Not a Goddamn Thing Down? That's how I look at it. Like she just got read down by a girl who franchise is down in the dumps. That's all. I was for the shade though. I was for the shade though. She got you, Sheree.
yeah, she did. I mean, at the end of the day, I never liked Sheree. I don't like Sheree. And anytime I can see Sheree get read, I'm here for it. And Lisa Milan is the real deal. Regardless if the show goes on or goes off, they're still rich and their lives are still, still legit. When they turn the camera off, they don't have to, try to struggle to find out how to pay their light bill like Sheree does. And that's
Mm.
why I dislike her because everything about Sheree is so inauthentic. So I'm happy to see somebody recognize and actually bring up the fact that it's Shein. Because on the season, they've been literally acting like none of that existed.
Right. Exactly.
I completely agree because honestly, I think Sheree is the dumbest housewife in all of history. Like, she has been given so many opportunities to really cultivate a brand and cultivate a legacy for her family. And she comes back with every chance and she fucks it up. And she fucks it up relying just on like superficial bullshit. Like, she just relies on looking the part instead of actually like being the part. Like, I just don't see it for Sheree because she continues to fumble the bag every single fucking
Who
time.
does see it for Sheree? Sheree is just straight up whack. It is what it is with her. She's just whack.
A lot of
Sheree
people,
shouldn't even be in fashion. Like, she needs to be in fitness, like having fitness gyms, teaching girls how to get in
she's
shape and
not in
shit.
fashion. She's not in fashion. She's in sweatshops.
Well,
That's
she
what
thinks
she's
she
in.
is.
That's what she's into because she's using these Shein factories to make these off-brand Shein outfits, which are literally, off-brand Fashion Nova outfits, where kind of basically off-brand, designer outfits.
Mm.
It's just a whole bunch of off-brand. It's like an off-brand of an off-brand of an off-brand.
And like her whole fashion show was a scam itself, clearly, which we all
Yes. And that thick ass designer that she hired, like he said that he ain't got paid. So
know.
Wait, I thought he said he didn't get paid.
that's what I'm saying. He said he didn't get paid.
Oh. And then on
So
top of that, you guys, like during this economy, like this whole argument about like designer this, designer that, like the shit is baseless. Because at the end of the day, it all, for the most part, comes from the same manufacturer. It's the same fucking quality, the same thread count, the same shit.
right.
So
Yeah,
therefore, I'm
but
just like, ugh.
the only difference is Sheree's charging $300 for it.
It's sad. It's literally a sad case. So
And the fact that she's talking about like she had to the fact that she's talking about that she had to, find the people who can make it, go through all of the harsh designing and stuff like that. Like, girl, these are she in, athletic wear. What are you talking about, Sheree? And why are you trying to charge people $300 for it?
right.
Why do you? Because I feel like low key, so she knows nobody. Because she knows nobody will really buy it. She's gonna put it that high and just say people can't afford it. You can't afford She by Sheree. Like we wouldn't use She by Sheree as toilet paper, Sheree.
Sheree is the biggest scammer out of all of them. Girl, so Sheree deserved that read. Like you like T said, I mean, Sheree is just an easy read itself. Now Sheree do be having some good one-liners, I'm not gonna lie, but she be uh um yeah
She be stuttering.
you
My
you,
thing
you, you
is, I look at Sheree and get sad because she doesn't even realize how delusional she is. Like, she doesn't realize that her whole entire Real Housewives of career has been just a big waste of time. Like, yeah, you may get a check for your time, but like, you're not prolonging your time. Like, you're not feeding back into your kids. You're not feeding back into a legacy. Like, you're just getting a check and getting off the TV and going into obscurity. Like, she's dumb as hell.
right. It's a sad case. It really is. So we can move along to the next topic Ooh, we're gonna be out of here within. We're not gonna be here that long. I'm sorry. So we're gonna talk about Royce Reed and Shani O'Neal. Now, did you guys watch Basketball Wives Miami back in the day?
Oh yes. Oh yes, I
Absolutely.
Basketball
did.
Wives. Basketball Wives. Okay, before we actually get into the subject, I just wanted to do like a little flashback on Basketball Wives. Now, when
Hmm.
I was a kid, y'all, I was like, well, I was in high school back in 2010, 2011. I think I was like in the 11th grade at that time. And I remember watching the second season of Basketball Wives. I had to rewatch the first one. And my mama, this Pentecostal Christian saving woman, I was actually watching Basketball Wives with her, and she took a loving to Tammy Roman. She talking about something. That's my type of girl right there. Before I was saved, I used to get with it like Tammy. She fell in love with Tammy when that episode when her and Evelyn got into it. That last finale when she had the crooked bob, and the smoke, and when
Yeah,
she
the Dora Explorer.
that was an iconic ass episode. And who else I really loved on that show was Royce. Baby Royce Reed used to get it popping back in the reunions. Y'all remember
Yup.
back in the reunion, she used to get it going. Her and Tammy, get it going, get it going. Season 3, Royce was cutting up. She was cutting up. She was doing all the extra dance. I was like, what the hell? When she was getting into it.
They couldn't take Royce. They just couldn't, and that's why they never brought her back.
They couldn't take her.
Right. Cause she used to verbally put Evelyn in a box every time.
Every fucking time.
Yes. And it's so crazy to me how she used to judge her in. I couldn't stand all of them. I know Shawnee ass was fake as hell. Jennifer was the worst. I couldn't stand Jennifer even as a teenager. We all knew Jennifer was a follower. We all knew she was a
Jennifer.
follower. And then Susie, remember Susie, back and forth Susie, gossiping and stuff.
Ooh, I
Yeah, the
hated
girl,
that
the girl with the
bitch.
lip. I hated that lip.
I hated
Hated
that
it.
bitch. I wanted her to get hit so bad.
And
You
then
remember?
Mika lying claps. Oh my god! But what was y'all favorite
Mika didn't
scene back
do
in the
anything to
old
deserve that.
the throwback Basketball Wives? It was good until season 4 with all that damn bully.
No, I love that show from start to finish, but like I always call Basketball Wives the one cat from hell that has outlasted its 9 lives because I just don't know how it keeps returning. I don't know how it
Extra
keeps
money
returning.
Shawnee got stacked up. She keep
I
rebounding.
will I will say though, this current season, from what I saw so far, is good. I will give them that. Like it's like a good mix of the old and the new. But Royce, on the other hand, like Royce was always like the hero because she was the outcast. You know, they treated her like shit, like around season 2, and they just couldn't take her ass. Like every single time they tried to knock her down a peg, she always had an answer, always, and she could
Mhm.
throw hands. On top of that, like there was just no punk in this little girl.
Right. Period. Well, as of recently, Royce did an interview with Mr. Carlos King. Okay, Carlos is trying to take us YouTubers spot. I'm just kidding. No, he's not.
Yes,
But
he is.
he had it. She had an interview with Carlos King, and they talked about everything. I wanted to get into the real tea, but I guess that's going to be next episode with Dwight Howard. But they talked about her time on Basketball Wives and kind of just a little bit behind the scenes tea. And she was asked about Shawnee, and this is what she's had to say about Shawnee. So let me go ahead and just share my screen here so y'all can get into it. All right, let's see. Here we go.
Again, this woman approached you to do the show. You helped pitch it, develop it, and to get it sold. And then all of a sudden, the friendship you thought you had with her went this way. People have said that it was challenging working with Shawnee because how can we work with somebody who is the executive producer of the show, gets to watch the footage, and we have to be in scenes with her? Was that very hard to do?
It was, and I think it was probably harder for those who came after me because she was on the show a lot more. When she was with us, she did season 1 partially. And then, she would step in every blue moon, but like with them, she was on the show a lot. So when I see situations like I think it was Brandy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's like I I felt that when she had when you know the whole thank you for your services and all that stuff. Well, she didn't have the power to fire anybody. So that's people say, oh, this is Shawnee's show, this is her show. No, it's not. It's not. But I think just watching that and feeling Brandy's like energy just through the screen, it's like, girl, I know how you feel, you know? Like I've been there and nowhere near the level that she had to deal with it. So I think it's unfair for sure, especially when she's telling certain people what someone else is saying.
And it appears that her allegiance was with Evelyn.
Absolutely.
Duh.
A lot of people have said it. Tammy has said it on my
Mhm.
podcast too, that they all were shocked to come to the realization that I thought we were friends
Mhm.
until it became a choice
Mhm.
between me, what I'm doing, and Evelyn, and that side was Evelyn and Shawnee all day long.
Absolutely.
Everybody who's come on my podcast has said that, so that has been your experience too.
Absolutely. I mean, is there a scene where she's ever telling her that she's wrong? I mean, I didn't watch like all these past seasons. I watched up until I think I watched the first season of LA, and then I watched the episode with the table with
Malaysia.
Malaysia. I watched that one. Like I watched pieces because people would post snippets,
Hmm.
and then the thing with the one with Tammy, um, and what was her name? Laura.
Laura.
Yeah. And then I saw the episode with OG.
Hmm.
But I, from what I remember, I don't ever seeing a scene where she's ever told her that she was wrong.
Now, do you guys feel like that Shawnee O'Neal, straddles the fence?
What fits?
Do y'all
Because
feel
my
like that
thing
she be
is,
playing? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, Shawnee has always made it clear that like she's the queen of this shit. And then it was literally like the mean girl aesthetic. She was Regina George, and then we had Gretchen and Karen as Evelyn Lozada and Jennifer. Like that's how it always was set up. And anybody else was an outsider, and anybody that goes against them is an outsider. Like that's when I really started to not like Basketball Wives, and all of them became the villains of the show because she inserted herself so much to a point where, like, for one, she was bored with her money, and for two, she wanted fame over like actually having like a good, well balanced show. So, in my opinion, Shawnee will always be the main villain. Shawnee doesn't hold Evelyn accountable, and she can take or leave Jennifer at this point, but it's always going to be them three at the top of the hierarchy.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that it makes it. I feel like as me trying to be an upcoming producer and create content and stuff, it's really difficult as you being the showrunner or an executive producer on the show when you do have a hand in picking the cast members. It's like you have to choose one, and that has always been Shawnee's biggest issue. You can't come on the TV show and cause all this drama and controversy and then throw your hands back or yet alone dare anybody to say anything to you, because it takes the fun out of reality TV and it doesn't make it a show. And I feel like Roy's time on there was definitely valid because if you remember on season 4, that last season Royce was on for the original Basketball Wives, she was iced out. She didn't really film with anybody. I think the only person that she really filmed with was Tammy. And I think Tammy and Kenya that season. But that was pretty much it. She wasn't really on the season like that because when she got into it with Elevator, that was a huge situation itself, and the girls didn't fuck with her, so they all kind of iced her out. And I think Shawnee O'Neal is the ringleader behind that.
And that's what pisses me off the most. Like, anytime a girl, not even went against Shawnee, but anytime they did something that Shawnee didn't like, Shawnee will always be like, "Oh, well, I'm done with her. Like, I'm done with her." And then the whole cast just bands together and they don't film with that girl and they ice them out of the whole entire show. Like, Shawnee, and I was excited for this season up until the second episode, where within the first 15 seconds, I see her ass and her braids, like, and her nostrils. Like, I cannot stand Shawnee
Yes, Social
O'Neal.
Dog, you're right. Tammy was treating her weird at one point.
Uh And Tammy was very wrong for that. But that had a lot to do with her trying to be friends with Vershandi, a pig face ass O'Neal, and Eveline. That's where that came from. All right, be clear. She would, and that's always been Tammy's downfall when it came to that. But that has always been my issue with Pig in the blanket face ass Vershandi for this entire time. Like, she don't care about none of them girls. And to be honest, I really don't think she care about Ev like that. She just
Right,
knows Ev is gonna bring in the numbers, and people gonna want to see what Ev gonna do. People gonna see if Ev gonna show out. People gonna see if Ev get activated. People gonna want to know if Ev and Jennifer fall out. People want to see if Ev fall out with the new girl. So I really don't. If I was Evelyn, I would honestly just
she don't blame
yeah.
you.
Yeah, like I would if I was her, I wouldn't think she my friend for real.
Hell
But that's
no.
just me.
Hell to the no. And then also, now y'all remember that one time, I think it was the beginning of season 8, the big old controversial season with OG. And it was after that season 7 drama with Jennifer and Tammy was being, the Oliver was being messy saying that Ev slept with Shaquille O'Neal. And that first
Which I
episode,
believe.
Shawnee threw a party, right? And baby, Jennifer walked in there. Shawnee was getting all buff. Get her out there. I beat that. I said, who's she getting buff about? Who is this?
Yeah, it's like, calm down, forehead.
That shit had me so weak. I was like, what's she doing over there? Who that girl in the back of the room? I'm just kidding.
Who that girl in the back of the room?
Okay, look, I was just listening to that song earlier. And I was doing a little dance with Beyonce and her dancers doing. Who that guy in the back of the room? Who that guy in the? Let me stop. Okay. Anyway,
I
so
think Shawnee, the reason why I don't like her is that she represents like the negative aspects of power. Like, she has all the money and all the coin, but it's not enough. So she has to insert herself where she doesn't
Matrix.
belong, which is on our television screens, so she can chase fame and get fame and recognition. Even though she's boring as shit, she's dry as hell, and she just ruins the whole entire dynamic of any show that she's a part of. Like, I can't stand her.
I agree. It's a mess. So we can go ahead and move on to the next scene, you guys. Let's get it. Let me go ahead and pull up while I discuss it. So this is the last hot topic for today, and this is the
Yikes.
whole Keke Palmer Darius Jackson drama. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into this because I really want to know you gentlemen's opinion. Now, if you don't know, Keke Palmer accuses her ex-boyfriend Darius Jackson of abuse, and the judge grants a temporary restraining order against him. Okay, now if you guys don't know, there was a whole bunch of drama back in July, I believe, of this year, with her going to the Usher concert and she was dressing, she had like this black sheer outfit. Let me see if I can get it pulled up for y'all. This black sheer outfit, and she was just, she was like literally living her best life. She just had her baby, and her baby daddy shaded the hell out of her on Twitter and said that you a mom though. Y'all remember that? So that was a whole big thing. It caused a big social media divide back then because some people were on Darius' side, some people were on Keke's side. Some people were saying that he had every right to it, that's his girlfriend. Some people saying that he was out of line. Now we fast forward here to November, and she requested a temporary restraining order against him and filed it in the Los Angeles Superior Court yesterday. She basically in the document said that there was like some abuse going on. There was a whole bunch of tension. He was getting crazy, and there was actually some screenshots as well. If I can just share it with y'all here, of him, hitting her. So it's a whole bunch of drama and controversy with that, and people were really shocked because at one point we thought that it was okay, but clearly they wasn't. And then now nobody at all. Here come Dro from Insecure Ass. He posted this tweet. Let me see if I can pull it up. He literally posted a screenshot. Shade hold on, y'all. I should have been had these screenshots up. But he posted a screenshot and let me see, which one is it? Sorry, y'all, bear with me. Okay, so this is what he said about the whole situation. He said the most disgusting, vile, abusive, and person I have ever encountered in my whole entire life. Abuse is almost everyone. Y'all will see. Just send positive energy to the babies. Any child in the middle of something like this does not deserve it at all. Wow, so damn sad. So this tweet has now been deleted. Well, he deleted it as soon as he's posted. And people were saying, like, okay, like, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Keke or are you talking about your brother? Okay. So Keke Palmer mama, y'all, came up and she had something to say about the whole situation as well. And this is what Keke Palmer mother had to say. Let me go ahead and pull up this video for y'all really quick.
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is I can't help myself. For Sharonis Jackson to post on his Twitter the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter. And he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest boy in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother. He taught his brother how to be abusive. So he don't get to act like he's this special guy. No, you're a boy and you're a part of the problem.
Okay, so y'all just heard Keke Palmer mama actually going the hell off. Now, Dro, I just like calling him Dro. He went up under the post and he was saying that like, hey, like you don't know the true story, you know what I'm saying? And you and your family done some foul shit and all that extra stuff. So guys, what are y'all thoughts on this whole situation?
Can I like go first, please?
Go ahead, Johnny. Absolutely.
All right. This may be a little bit brutal. Now, me personally, when I reviewed the whole debacle on my channel, I basically said that that her boyfriend wasn't shit. And a lot of people were telling me, everybody makes mistakes. He just got upset. And I was like, see, this is why you stupid bitches end up in dumbass relationships like y'all do anyway, because y'all don't drill into the facts. Okay, you have to go past the facts and look at the motivations behind certain actions. It wasn't the fact that he was venting online. It was the fact that he went online to humiliate her in front of the world. That is abusive within itself. And that lets me know if you're that jealous and you're that, insecure about your spot and what you're bringing to the table, that's going to manifest in many other ways that can, be abusive. When we see Black women who are well to do, who are, in the upper ranks of, financial income, and they date down and often ends in relationships that become abusive, because oftentimes when it comes to Black men, especially in the hetero community, if you're not making as much as the person that you're with, but you need them and you're latching yourself onto them, you're just going to basically put that hate and that jealousy out towards her in a bevy of ways that are abusive, like violence, humiliation, all of that type of shit that he did. And I knew that when he did that, immediately I was like, that nigga ain't shit. It's not the fact that he was venting, it's the fact that he shamed her on social media when he could have called her, when he could have texted her. And the fact that this bitch knew, has been known before you even, nobody knew who Darius was. I'm surprised that the bitch even dated a nigga named Darius in the first place. Okay, I'm surprised by that on top of it. And what really bothers me the most is that fucking jungle face booth mouth bitch of a brother that he has. So going like trying to make it seem as if Keke is like this vile, vindictive, abusive person. Keke has been in this fucking industry for years. Bitches love to talk. Everybody tell Nikki business, and she one of the most powerful people in the industry. If you cannot keep secrets in the industry, if bitches don't like you and you're abusive and nasty, the bitches it's gonna get out. We was just talking about how bitches don't like J-Lo because she's a terrible human being. But nobody ever said that about Keke except for you, because your brother bitch ass was sitting there, whipping her ass. Tell me, Mr. Sarunas, how is it all fake if we saw the fucking screenshots and the video evidence, bitch? How is it made up?
Right.
Take these two fucking long giraffe neck niggas to jail. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say.
But you know what, Jeremy? You are definitely speaking facts about this situation because you don't really hear anything from Keke. Now, when the situation originally erupted, I was like, okay, like because Keke was going out showing, but now that she actually not saying that we didn't. First of all, we didn't know that there was abuse going on because she didn't mention that because Keke Palmer is a very private person. But now that it's out and actually proof, not saying that there needs to be proof, but there is actual pictures of that's disgusting on a whole nother level.
My biggest thing, because if y'all really want to know how I feel, y'all can head around down my channel. I talked about that this morning. Y'all not finna upset my nerve no more. All right.
No, T.
Why you
T.
have
Mm,
a different opinion?
No, T.
no,
Look.
no.
Y'all motherfuckers dragged me up out of my 3-day veterans vacation. I want to hear you drag in front of me. I've never been there to witness it in in action like this. Give it to me. I want to hear it.
Listen, my biggest issue, I ain't gonna lie, and I said this today, and I know people gonna feel the way they want to feel, and you can't tell somebody how to feel, and you can't tell nobody when they need to leave, and I get all of that. And I totally understand the people who say that, well, her parents really couldn't do nothing, her family couldn't do nothing, her brothers, her uncles and shit couldn't do nothing. I mean, I guess so. Like I say, forgive me that I come from a family where it's just no way in hell that my daddy, both of my parents is dead and gone. It's no way that I could be Keke Palmer and my parents knew this was going on. Because per the mama words, she went to this man a whole year ago, talk about something your brother kicking off in my daughter ass. So what you plan on doing that? So for me, it's just like the fact that y'all are and my thing is, I don't want. I really hope it's not some situation where they're quiet because Keke Palmer is Keke Palmer and they're just fine, whatever it is, what it is. I don't want to think that. I want to believe that the family maybe did the best that they could, or maybe the family said this and said that, but she's grown, she's an adult. That's probably what she wants to be. What can you do? That's all fine. Da, 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 fine, whatever. I mean, I guess all I'm saying is it couldn't be me and mine. All right, it couldn't be me and mine. It couldn't be my daughter. There's no way I could sleep easy at night for a whole damn year knowing that this man is whooping my daughter ass and you just saying I just can't do nothing about it. No, it's something I can do about it, but I'm not going to say that up here because this is Scotty's channel. But what I will say is what gets me the most, though, is men. Because my thing is, it's all of this outrage with the straight men about what Saucy Santana said to DJ Academics, old fat fuck butterball ass. But my thing is, y'all see still shots of this man whooping this girl ass like he ain't even had no reason to be there. Like they was broken up in the screenshots that we saw, so he had no reason even being there. And y'all see this type of foolishness going on, and you mean to tell me ain't nobody came out and said nothing in response to what they seen for this girl? Ain't no outrage about what's happening to this young black woman, but it's all this outrage that we're supposed to have as men about what was said about academics and so on and so forth. Like men and
I'll take it
I'll
from
take
here.
it from here.
I know I
Know
can I can feel what
I
you're
can
gonna.
feel what
You
you're
can
gonna.
put
You
yourself
can
on
put
me. You can
yourself on me.
alley
You
oop
can
that
alley
shit
oop
back
that
to
shit
me
back.
real quick. So basically, what I think that he's basically saying is the fact that you hetero bitches love to attack black women and tie your dicks together in a web of bullshit to try to combat all of the stuff that black women have to say, and y'all love to also attack the LGBT community. When Saucy Santana challenged that man, a man challenging another man, why did y'all have to, form a protective circle jerk to try to fucking protect this nigga? At the end of the day, let him shoot his good one. He can talk all of that shit, call all these women all types of bitches and stuff. And I just want to reiterate, when we do it, we say it with love. Well, maybe not too, but I say bitches with love. I don't say bitches with hate, unless I'm talking about Giselle and Robin. But like I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's very weird how all of these motherfuckers are quiet whenever some shit's going down, because it's never about protecting black women. It's about avoiding accountability and the fact of the reason that we are in the place that we are as black people, to me, and I don't care how extreme this sounds, is because of heterosexual black men. It's their fault that they've broken the black family. It's the fault that they continue to chase after white appreciation, white validation, white adjacentness, and it's a detriment to our community. It's so many different things. The fact that they don't protect black women, but black women, black gay men, black, gay trans, black trans, all people, everybody got to protect black men, black straight men. Everybody got to do that. Everybody has to be a pick me for you motherfuckers. Y'all don't want to pick up. No, how the fuck are you hitting the bitch and you can't even pay for her medical care? You could, if you gave this bitch a black eye, you couldn't even pay for her to go to the doctor to get it fixed. Because, bitch, unfortunately, you are employed by her as well. How the fuck you hitting the girl who's paying your bills and paying your rent? How that work? I want to
I
know.
want to know.
that's my thing. But see, my thing is Charleston White, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Whack 100, where you at? DJ Academics, where you at? Soldier Boy, where you at? Like, all of y'all, Lil Boosie, where you at? Like I said earlier, when it's some gay shit to talk about, y'all niggas is front and center. But when it's something real, where we really need y'all to come out here and really speak against some real shit that's going on and that's plaguing folk, y'all ain't never around for that.
You know what?
Ever.
That is a really good point. Like, where are the black men that's standing up for Kiki, that need to be standing up for Kiki Palmer? Where are they? Have
They're
anybody?
non-existent, because at the end of the day, Josiah, they don't give a fuck about black women at all. They only use black women as a crutch. When they go to to those white women, women of mayonnaise, and they get rejected and they get dejected from other communities. They crawl back to black women to get the praise and the love. Oh baby, let me cook you a meal. Oh baby, it's okay if your feelings hurt. You ain't got to pay rent this month. I got it. I'll hold you down. They come because they get that. But outside of that, they don't give a fuck. They can sit here, beat a black woman, cheat on a black woman, and if a black woman leaves them, go into a relationship within a week, she a hoe. Although your dick been in half of the motherfucking trash can that vaginas in the community.
Mm-hmm.
I can really go in, but I'm really trying to hold my.
Seeing how Charles did Helen, she been with that man cooking, cleaning, folding his bed laundry. Gonna leave him for a.
Wait, and let's talk about this. I swear I'm gonna drag the shit out of this nigga's so lucky I'm on this trip and I ain't at my computer and my setup and I can't log into my Prism account, because at the end of the day, when I log into that A6100 when I get back on Sunday, bitch, I'm dragging that fake ass Hotep pro black bullshit that they be trying to do. How this motherfucker gonna sit here and say Keke Palmer is, she's not anybody representing my family is such and such and such. Last time I checked, she's the father of this household. She's the provider of this household. She's been known before, like, you even got here. So how are you even gonna say, Keke Palmer is representing me? We don't know who a motherfucking Darius Bolton is.
Right. You ain't lying.
I wouldn't fuck with that nigga, period, because he looked like he eat boogers. At the end of the day, I'm surprised that Keke Palmer even lowered her coochie value, her self-value, her self-worth to even, entertain somebody who would really abuse her and be. Why did you even get with her? You knew she was Keke Palmer before you met her, bitch. But that's because you're a clout chaser. You got with her because you felt like it was something that you can get out of it, and you felt that you were going to be able to abuse her, to demean her, put her in a smaller place so you can control her and use her celebrity as you wish. You little sick bitch. But at the end of the day, I'm happy that she's removed out of this. And I hope that man stays more than 100 yards away from her, what do you call it?
Restraining order.
Yeah, restraining order. I'm sorry, I'm a little intoxicated.
No, you good. Well, let me ask BC, what do you think about this whole situation?
Well, first of all, I'm trying to keep up because I feel like we just went through a lot of like different loops and hurdles and shit. For one, sadly, I saw this coming. Like, when he first came out and embarrassed her, I just felt like this wasn't the first time she's been embarrassed, either behind the scenes or in front of people. He's done this to her before. With the family situation, I feel like the family, to his credit, like, there's just no way my family can know that I'm getting my ass beat and they're not going to band together and do something about it. But I felt like they feared doing something about it because it would have blew up in the atmosphere. They're like, Keke Palmer is getting her ass beat by this light-skinned shell of a man. I've met Sharonda Jackson before, like when me and Josiah did African Fashion Week Houston. Like he was the host. I met him that one time. He seemed like a cool, even-keeled dude. Looks like a cross between Frankenstein and that one basketball player. What is his name? Irrelevant.
He was like, what? He's like 6'9", 6'10". I said, what the? I was interviewing him. I was looking all the way up, break him out to break my neck.
He just big and goofy. But for one, he should have stayed out of it.
Other girl from Insecure pregnant. Remember? Lawrence.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
He was just telling me, I'm down here in Houston too with my baby mama. I said,
oh yeah, she went to PV back in the day. So hey, it's all a Houston connection. But overall, with Keke Palmer, I just feel like if this would have came out like a little bit sooner, like I really feel like everybody would have like really rallied around and really like held her and had her back, including her family. But the fact that that whole entire Usher situation happened and they basically told us to stay out of their business, it was like, okay, we're out your fucking business. But now that this has come out, it's kind of just like,
right.
I don't know. Like, I'm kind of giving the family a side eye, to be honest with you.
The Jackson family?
Is that what they are?
The Jacksons. Okay. He is, they are distant cousins from Joe Jackson. That's his side of the family. So it's probably
so they have more black people in the bloodline.
Well, y'all, let's move on because we're about to hit our 1 hour and 30 minute mark. Okay, so the next topic is queer connections. And this is us, queer connections. It's just a different type of, topics, but I want to kind of talk about y'all. I want to kind of dig in y'all brains really quick. Question number one, are y'all single?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm triple single.
Jeremy, are you single? He's probably doing something right now. But the reason why I asked that is because, I've been watching a lot of these shows. Like I watch a lot of Kendra G and the Gay Dating Coach, and just to kind of see the dating pool out there. Oh, and I am single too. I just got out of a relationship. So
What?
child. So I just got out of the relationship, so I'm single as well. But I just watch a lot of these shows and it just dawned on me like, okay, like the dating pool is very interesting. So I just want to kind of pick y'all brain. There's 160 people liking. It could be single people that might be interested. But I just want to know, like, what do y'all like? We're too old to say have a type, but what do y'all like as far as like when it comes to dating or your preference? Like a man that makes over 100K, or would you date a guy that has kids? Let's start with that. Like, what kind of guy y'all?
Listen, these days the dating pool and the pickings is so damn slim, child. He, as long as he got a job, all right. And when I say
Okay.
job, I mean a job. I'm not talking about push your weed and pills on the block. I ain't saying that. I mean, if he worked a 9 to 5 to 7-Eleven, I'm fine. All right, I'm cool with that. And just be clean, be neat, pay your bills on time. Don't be a dirty ass nigga. Don't be trifling. Don't be a liar. Little stuff. All I want is little stuff. I don't want nothing big. I don't
Right,
want nothing
right.
big.
Don't beat me. Don't cheat on me. Don't knock
Okay.
my head against the wall. Don't hit me in front of my child. That
Don't
type
be
of stuff.
disrespectful.
Don't be disrespectful and massage my feet.
Okay.
You like your feet played with?
I don't. I don't know if I'll say that. I don't know if I like my feet played with, but I like a massage after I get home from work. I have nice feet. I get a lot of pedicures.
I like a massage, period, but usually I'm the one giving the massages because I'm very like nurturing,
Oh,
very
is that
like
right?
catering.
Me
I'm more of like the submissive type. So I
Oh,
do like men that are more dominant.
okay.
I'm 5'10". I like men to be taller than me. You got to have a good personality and a good sense of humor, like be able to keep up a fucking conversation.
Mm,
And the kids thing, I don't mind. Like I don't mind, especially because I tend to like men that tend to come my way, even though they don't stay. Like they tend to always be like older and more like financially established. So that's just what I tend to attract. But I don't mind like kids and all that.
Do y'all want
he said.
kids?
He said, "I
I know
want."
you just
He
said
said, "I
that.
want a man." He want one of them niggas that cut down trees for fun.
Do you want a child?
Absolutely, absolutely. I want kids. I want three.
Ooh,
I mean, I don't know about three, but I do want churn. One, two tops. That's about it.
Me too. Two tops.
he wants to raise two tops.
That's exactly what I
Yeah,
want.
because I want to be the only bottom in my house if that's how this gonna go. All right. I
See,
want to
that's
be
what
the
he.
only one.
That's what black women sound like. When they have beef with their daughters.
Oh, so dog, I'm gonna get to that question too because I'm curious. I want to know. So, does this man have to look a certain way?
Well, he can't look like Jamal Bryant. Okay. He
He
can't
gotta
look
look like
like
he gotta look
him.
like myself. He gotta look like
Yeah,
myself.
right. Exactly. See, that right there is my speed because that's my man right there. See, that's my
Okay,
type of speed.
well, ask Tonka if King Kane is single. That's the closest gays Marcel you gonna get. if that nigga ain't Marcel with an open hole, I don't know what is.
With
Okay.
me, I gotta at least be attracted to you because I've only been in one relationship and my ex, I was not attracted to him, but I stayed for the personality and because I was young, dumb, and full of cum. But now that I'm older, like I at least I have to feel a little bit of a tingle.
Right. Yeah, you gotta at
And
least be attractive.
so what's your type, Beasley? So you said
I don't.
tall. You said a nigga that like to cut down trees. You said a dominant man. Like Beasley
Mhm.
one of them niggas that could pick him up and throw him over the shoulder and like, come here, woman, and like take you to the room.
Yeah, basically. Problematic, I know, but hey, that's just I like what I like.
Listen, do your
um,
thing.
I'm 6 feet, y'all. So I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was younger, I did have a thing for like taller guys, like 6'2", 6'3" up. But as I got older and mature, okay, you can be a little shorter than 6 feet. That's fine. I can work with that. As long as you're attractive. You're not, I do like bigger men. I'm not gonna lie. Long as you're not like 400, 500, 600 pounds, I can do that. Um, I do like guys who likes to go to the gym and active as well. We can take a walk, we can go to the park, we can
Yep.
chill, just simple stuff like that. Now, does this man have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes. Me personally, like I go for guys who are about my height. I don't like niggas that are taller than me. I don't know. Maybe it's the Napoleon, complex or whatever. But I like guys who are around 5'8", 5'9". I love a man who is, muscular, stocky, kind of like they play football, similar build to me. And then a lot of ass. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want a whole bunch of dick. I'm okay. I'm okay, with medium size. I'm okay with boyfriend dick. Boyfriend dick doesn't damage your insides. At the end of the day, I want a man who can be financially as stable as me, who has an education, a career, and can also equally bring things to the table financially. I didn't spend all of this time going to the military, going to college, establishing myself into a career to date somebody who hasn't at least done half of that. It just wouldn't make sense to me.
Okay, but does he have to make a certain amount of money? Like, do
Yeah,
y'all
I
have
would
a
I would
income
probably say you
requirement?
should you need to make at least 55 to 65K a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you not making that, then like how are you living?
It'd be some women, y'all, on Kendra's show, and they be like, oh, he got to make over 200K, and she working at 7-Eleven. Please make it make sense. So you want to save for you and your 6 kids. That's what you want. But what about you, Beast? Does this man has to make a certain amount of money?
With me, I would prefer it, but I don't know. Like, I mean, not to toot my own horn or anything. Like, the men that have come my way have been like up there, like up there, up there.
Mm.
So that's just what I tend to
Who's
attract.
I
But
live for
You
Beasley.
dated some will, so you dated some well known businessman or like some wealthy men.
I've dated a CEO before.
Okay,
Me,
Yeah, I mean, if you
I fucks with Beasley. Wait,
okay.
Beasley. Why haven't like I need to ask Scotty? Can you come on to the chasing panel? I feel like me, you, and Carl. I I feel similar energy with Beasley. I was not expecting this. I like him.
oh, thank you. Hey, I'm
Well,
with it. I'm with it. Just
well, I
drop that
guess I
link.
need. Well, I guess I need to raise my standards because, like I told y'all, this nigga could be the shift manager at the Piggly Wiggly, and I would be just satisfied with that. Because the niggas around here, honey, listen, the pickings is real slim. I would love to be able to go outside my front door, and meet the CEO. All right,
Quick
and you see
question.
he did, and did he listen, brother, cousin, best friend, a frat brother, anything? Did he
Quick
got that? I ain't picky.
quick
Your little
question.
CEO.
I got a question for each of y'all. So it's the same question. It's uniform. So I guess after I ask it, all you guys can. I would like for all of you guys to answer if you're comfortable with that. So we're saying, we want a certain thing, but what's everybody's profession? What does everybody do?
So I am in corporate compliance. I'm a privacy analyst. So I do stuff. I do investigations on HIPAA claims for Harris Health System, and and then also I'm a photographer part time. So I'm getting back into that, and I like to produce content when I'm not busy. I have many hats.
With me, I work in the cosmetics industry. I'm actually a manager at MAC Cosmetics. So I do that and I do makeup on the side. And yeah.
I am a nurse, registered nurse, and I do YouTube.
I I am fucking shocked. I did not get nurse from you, T.
You ain't
He
know
was
that
like
this whole
T,
time?
like T said, I'll call all you motherfuckers bitches, but then I'll ask you to pull your hand out so I can take your blood. Fucking crying. I was not expecting that. Okay, T, listen, I'm here for it. Well, I'm a financial analyst at a engineering consulting firm. I ended up graduating like college with a double major, and I'm about to start on my master's. So I I'm allergic to broke niggas. I'm sorry. That's the best
Mhm.
way to put it. When I'm out of the, the content creator type of thing, I can say that a little bit more, softly and a little bit more classier. But like, I get to be ignorant on online. So, but at the end of the day, if you're a broke nigga, I'm allergic. So the type of niggas that I have dated so far, I've dated a couple lawyers. I dated a pharmacist. I've dated I remember I went on a couple dates with a judge, but like, majority of the time the guys that I try to keep myself intertwined with, I feel are either twice as ambitious as me or just as ambitious as me, or some where I can see where they're going, and or they're already there and I'm also looking at them as, inspiration as well. So that's how I think about it. You motherfuckers don't be out here talking about y'all want men to make over a certain amount of, a year, and you not doing that. I'm just saying that's
It's a
why,
lot.
not y'all on the panel, but I'm saying just
Mm-mm, it's
period.
a lot of these
Don't be
people.
don't be like I want I want to see, the seat at the table, with, Barack Obama, and you working at Burger King. Come on now. But have standards for your bracket.
That's why I always say you have to meet that person halfway. Like for me, as far as the financial requirements, you don't you I can literally work with like 50, 60K, but what are you doing to work your way up to that amount over 100K or whatever your desires are? Do you have a couple of hustles? Are you ambitious? Do you want better for yourself? These are just questions that I ask, you know.
Would could y'all date a porn star or a content creator?
Mm-mm, no.
No.
No, I couldn't.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
It's a
I
lot
don't,
of
I don't put
spiritual
my personal
taxation.
business out like that, and hell no, I'll be played like boo boo the fool.
Really? Okay, I can understand that.
So, okay, this is the last question. So, what are three flaws that y'all feel like that y'all can work on?
My attitude, my attitude, my attitude. Okay, because yes, I'm a Pisces. I'm very lovable, but I can have I can be a bitch when I feel like being one. So that's one thing I got to work on more
I
than
be
anything.
I be trying to tell people Pisces are very much like Scorpios. I feel like Scorpio and Pisces are two sides of the same coin. Like T comes off like bitchy or whatever the case might be, but honestly, T is like one of the nicest people, like probably out of
He is.
all of the circle that, like, that y'all see in this, LGBT black spectrum, on YouTube. Like, I feel like he's probably one of the nicest, when you're actually talking, to him. He just want to chill, probably smoke a little bit, watch TV and get some dick. I can read T well, but I think the flaws that I probably need to change, or I probably should be working on,
That's
probably my
relevant to a successful relationship. Sorry.
I would probably say holding people accountable. I'm very, when it comes to relationships, I just don't believe in arguments. I don't really like to argue too much. I really like to have peace in my house, peace in my home, peace in my, so look at me sound like Melody Holt. Like I really do honor that. So oftentimes in relationships, when I feel like something isn't a big deal, I just shrug it off. So it's like just something, for an instance, I don't like. If it's not changing, the whole landscape of the relationship, I'll just let it slide until it's like little things that keep on happening, and then I won't go off, but I'll get in that ass. And that's not a healthy way to communicate. And then my second thing, I would probably say my lack of empathy towards trauma.
Mm.
Like, I've been through a lot in my life. I've been through a lot of different things, but I've never let that hinder my movement upward. I've always used that as fuel to try to get to the places that I want to go. If I couldn't, just because I came from the hood doesn't mean I wasn't going to find a way to pay for college. I went into the military. I knew when I got into the military, I'll be able to take in a whole bunch of trades, get a lot of life lessons, and then go to college afterwards. And when I see people who've been through things, and they don't apply themselves, I don't have much patience. You get about a good week of sympathy from me, and then I become a little bit militant in my way of thinking. And then the third thing would probably be, um I don't like to be around people too long. Like, I can only spend around 2 to 3 days at most with somebody before I just need time to myself to recharge, to restructure my mind, and to just cleanse myself. It's just, I feel like my energy is always taking away when I'm constantly entertaining somebody while they're at my place. It's just too much. It's cool for a couple days, but anything past that, I can't do it. You got to take your ass home. I want to change that because I know I can't really get into a relationship like that. I can't. I want to live with somebody eventually, but as of now, I don't see that ever happening.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. BC, what about you? What are some three flaws that you think you can work on?
For one, like I kind of couple these together: my pessimism and negative beliefs. Like when it comes to being in the dating swamp, like I have been ghosted and played to the left so many times to a point where, like, if a man comes my way, I'm automatically thinking like, okay, like how long are you going to stay? Like, is this shit going to work out? Like I'm always in the back of my mind thinking like this shit ain't gonna work out, and I want to change that because your thoughts create your reality.
Mm-hmm.
And my negative thoughts have created my reality to a point where I would enter something and then we're going good for 2 months and then bam, it just goes to shit like I thought it was. Um, Another one is not ignoring red flags. Like, it's rare that I like get a man to come my way, so therefore, like, I would let a lot of shit ride. Like, let a lot of shit ride when that person is telling me exactly what it is, and me trying to not really believe him when I need to believe his ass, and kind of exit stage left if I don't like what's going on. So, and then a third one for me also, I've actually kind of been working on this, is like really like holding that person accountable, like calling shit out that I don't like. Like my last little quick mini situation, like I was calling out everything that I did not like, and he just could not take it to where he just kind of just dissolved. So therefore, those are three things that I would like to work on in terms of relationships.
Come on, Beasley.
I love
Yes.
that. And can I just, before we get to T, can I just say I'm really like proud of you guys for your self-awareness, because a lot of people can't even list out three flaws that they have. Oh, I'm perfect. I don't need no issue. That is a flaw itself. Okay.
Absolutely.
So T, what about you? Well, you already said what your flaws are. Your attitude. Okay.
Is no, really. It's that is one thing, and I appreciate what Jeremy said because he right. I can be sweet, but I have my moments, y'all. I do. I have my moments where nobody has done a thing to me, and my attitude or my mood, it would just switch. You know what I'm saying? And it can be off putting. And a lot of the times it will go towards people that I care about the most, like a partner or my brother or a cousin or somebody like that. And I don't want to be that person. So that is something that I do have to work on. Seriously.
Have
Right.
you like that being being something mental more so than just like like a you thing? Because though a lot of people who exhibit signs of ADHD, you know, bipolar disorder, certain things like that. And I'm saying because I have ADHD, Adderall.
Me
I'm saying
too.
that before I used to have like intense mood swings sometimes, because your mind is always racing. Sometimes you're irritated. Sometimes you're in a good mood. It changes. Your dopamine level is constantly in a state of fluctuation. So, have you thought about it being like that? You talked to somebody about that?
I thought about it, but I haven't talked to nobody about it, but I probably think I should. Because I do have the moods where I'm fine. And then when I get into the moods where I don't want to be bothered and somebody asks me what's wrong, and I tell them nothing. I just don't want to be bothered with right now. They think I'm being funny, but I'm not being funny. Like it's really nothing wrong. I just don't want to see the side of your face right now. Like get the hell away from me. Like that's how I be. You know, you know what I'm saying? And then once I get in my mood and then I'm over it, I'm over it. But some people can handle that, other people can. And it's like I don't want to be that type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying what it's important to go try to talk to somebody about that because if you can get to a place or a point where your emotions are more consistent in a state that's keeping you in a good mood and also helping you communicate and love the people, not saying love, but treat the people around you who care about you better. I think that should be something that you do, not saying that that you are a bad person or anything, because I think that you're amazing. But I'm saying, if that's something that you're interested in, because I'm saying it sounds like things that I deal with, and my mom also deals with that. She did a lot of the same things that you're talking about. Some days she'll treat me. She told me to stop talking about her online, so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, I'm so happy that y'all ain't some pick me's. Cause have y'all ever been to a pick me panel on the motherfucking Manosphere line? The bitches be like, my thing that I need to work on is, I just let it cater too much. I just let it cook all the time. I need to stop. My pussy just get wet upon command. I just want to, I'm addicted to massaging my man's feet when he get home from work. These bitches be trying to put the most disgusting bios of themselves in
That's
these
wild.
questions at these manosphere. You need to go to the manosphere, Josiah, and watch these bitches beg for male validation. It's
Oh my
terrible.
goodness. I'm gonna have to check it out. Well, three flaws of mine, y'all, is number one, my time management is horrible. I also have ADHD, and sometimes I can overextend myself as far as like projects and things that I have to do. So, like as y'all know, like it's been really rough for me to get my YouTube channel off. But I'm trying. I'm at the mindset right now where yeah, I might not put videos every day, but I'm gonna try. I'm at least try this time versus just getting automatically burnt out. Another thing is me being on time.
Same
I
boat.
can work on. I don't you can tell me that we have to be at this place at 8 o'clock. I don't care. I'm gonna get there at 8:39. My time, my timeliness is horrible. Okay. And I be all over the place. Ooh, can I do this? Can I do that? So I can work on that. And then another thing is just having sometimes I can check out, especially like when somebody is like super, super emotional, and I feel like that I can be a better, I could be there better for people when emotion, for the emotions. So, but that's something I have been working on for the past year and a half. So I have seen improvement with that. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, Josiah. Like we don't interact socially all the time, but I'm always, like really praying for you and hoping the best for your mental health and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I've checked on you maybe once or twice, but I love the fact that you take time to make sure that mentally you're good. And honestly, seeing you do that really did give me give me the green light to do that for myself recently for a few months. I was really
Really?
scared. Yeah, I was really scared about stopping my channel because I felt like my inconsistency has always been an issue with my channel growth. Because I'll have spurts when I'll like gain 1,500 subscribers, 200 subscribers, but I can't be as consistent because I get burnout. Sometimes emotionally, I'm not good, especially battling grief, like in different mental things that I go through.
Hmm.
So seeing you take that time for yourself really did inspire me to do the same for myself. And good for you.
Oh, these I'm not gonna do this on camera. I'm not. But thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Like it has been a tough, I think it's just been a tough year for all of us. 2023 has been a rough year. And I'm just so thankful for everybody just for your support and just having, these open, honest conversations because who knows, somebody in the chat might need that conversation. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. But guys, we're about to go ahead and head out of here. Okay, I said I was going to try to be on here for an hour and 30 minutes. So Scotty will be very happy that he saw that the end mark is 1 hour and 45 minutes. I love Scotty down, but Scotty gonna have us here for 3 hours. Love you, Scotty. Love you. I know you're gonna cut me out, but I would love for y'all to give y'all just let everybody know, where to find you and what y'all got going on.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Prince_Beasley, and you can follow me here on YouTube at Beasley Says. I'm really trying to take this YouTube thing to the next level and take it more
Yes.
seriously and be more consistent
Yes.
because I have not been consistent. So every time I post a video, I gain a good amount of subscribers. So I got to keep it going. So follow your boy. More content coming soon.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And I will be hitting you up for collabing.
Ooh, come on.
Yes, come on, collab. What
Yeah.
about you, T?
I already got the links made for the Love and Marriage Huntsville live tomorrow night at 9:15, and I have the lives for Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine set for Monday, and the Whether You Like It or Not panel. I will be hosting that as well this Monday at 8:15. So y'all make sure y'all are there for that.
Okay. What about you, Jeremy? Speak.
I've resumed my my content. I do my my was not Potomac, bitch. I am drunk. I've been battling this alcohol this whole motherfucking this live. But I do Potomac reviews. They're lit. I review pop culture. I'm starting to get back into that. I just need to create a more of a steady schedule, especially because I'm also on the chasing panel with with Scotty, Carl, Tremel, T, and Jamar. And did I already say Scotty and Carl? Yeah,
Yes, you
Carl.
said. Hmm.
So yeah, you can be on the lookout for that. We have that on Wednesdays right after Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Dallas, and I'm pretty sure whatever the other chasing is gonna be. We love to watch these gays chase after shit. So
Tasting that late will be next, I think.
and then I'm also getting into my more social life. So follow me on Instagram at Jeremy Speaks TV. It's just the at with all of these letters, all of these words put together. So you can follow me there. And yeah, thank y'all for having me. I wasn't expecting this shit.
Right. I love that. Well, thank y'all all for coming in. Okay. And with that being said, we are out and we will see y'all in 2 weeks. All right. Bye.
All right.